Welcome back to Bespoke Addict. I've got another beautiful pair I'm going to be selling. These are Bespoke George Cleverley loafers in black. Absolutely gorgeous. They're a little bit small for me, unfortunately. I wear a UK 9.5, fairly slim fitting. And these I would say are around about 8.5 to 9. I can get them on and I've actually worn them. They weren't comfortable. They were snug, but they didn't hurt. Or I actually wore them all day one day, and I thought I might have to remove them after about an hour, but I didn't. I managed to wear them all day. But nonetheless, they're just that bit too tight for me. As I say, I am a 9.5, and at best, I would say these are a 9. Possibly as small as an 8.5, but I'll put the full measurements with the listing. And they've had a brand new heel. Not the stack's all original, just the heel covering. On the original, the rubber was worn, and this is Barker's leather with Phillips rubber, exactly the same as the original. And a template was taken of George Cleverley's original nail pattern. Each maker has their own sort of particular pattern, and at this time, this is how George Cleverley had there. So it's exactly the same. It was a paper template was traced of the original and then traced onto the new heel. So that's not touched the pavement yet. It's completely brand new. It's there's very, very minor wear to the soles. They're quite thick. They've been worn. They have been worn enough to put a bit of wear on the rubber. I'd say, I don't know, it wasn't worn out, but it was probably, let's say, 30% of the rubber had worn. And they could be walked in, but it just looked slightly unsightly with that worn off. So I've replaced for brand new. But you can see, when shoes wear a lot in the middle, they go very thin here. So when you're looking at them sideways on, it's thick here. It's usually thick at the toes, but the giveaway is in the middle here. You see a real dip, and there's no life left in them. But we can see there's a lot of life left in these. There's no detectable difference between where it doesn't touch the pavement, like on this curve, and where, of course, it does. There isn't a detectable difference. So there's definitely a lot of life left in them. They are bespoke. They were made in 1995, so they're quite old. They're actually 30 years old, but they're beautifully maintained. And they've got George Cleverley bespoke trees, so they will be coming with the shoes. It's always nice to have a nice fitting pair of trees on a bespoke shoe. One of the things I really love about this is the way that heel it flicks forward. It tapers down here. It tapers this way, and it just chamfers forward beautifully. It's a very, very elegant heel. The way it chamfers down. Very few ready-to-wear shoes have a heels that are chamfered or kick forwards. There's quite a lot of work involved in getting a heel to have all these tapers. It can be done on a ready-to-wear shoe, but it very rarely is. These are the things most people miss, and if you're buying a ready-to-wear shoe, the main people are worried about, does it fit? They're not normally looking at little tiny details like the heel shape and a chamfer. And with the bespoke, it's an absolute given it's going to fit because it's been made to fit. You don't really worry about that when you're ordering your bespoke commissions. Normally, it's all the little details that most people miss. In particular heel shape. And I just love these heels. They're so refined and so delicate. But they will make a very, very happy purchase for somebody that's got slightly smaller feet than myself. If I didn't have many shoes, I'd keep these and I'd just wear them, and they would stretch just a fraction. But I have a lot of choice, so I don't sort of have to do that anymore. I know it sounds a little bit flippant, but 10 years ago or so, when I didn't have many shoes, I'd have definitely kept these. But yeah, I've got other very similar pairs that fit me that bit better. So they've just got everything classical about them. This is a classical, Cleverley sort of styling with the broguing round there, the strap, and just the way it chisels off. It echoes the heel at the back here, the way the toe sort of chisels off there. It's very, very classically George Cleverley. It's what can you say, really? They're just beautiful things, and I am a bit sorry to sell them, but I've got so many pairs in my collection, and so many pairs that actually fit better than these. So it is I've just made that commitment to sell every pair. Doesn't matter how beautiful, even if they're beautiful like this. If they don't fit me absolutely perfectly, they're being sold. I will put measurements, but like I say, as a guide, I would say UK 8.5 to 9, and that'd be a US 9.5 to 10. And they'll be on eBay UK at no reserve, and they'll just make a fabulous addition to somebody's collection. Beautiful, beautiful things. eBay UK at no reserve.